I've been talking up a storm and my phone, I wasn't even videoing. So this is going to be take two. So I'm going to start by saying I always said that we would stick with Fix It Grammar from here on out in our homeschool. Love it, love it, love it. Worked well for my family. We liked how quick you could just kind of get through it. But I've had to make a change. We've been basically finishing up our level from last year. We had started around right at Christmas ish time, and it was going great. But here recently, we actually kind of stopped it before the end of the book, but we're near the end. One of my boys is just really struggling with it. I mean, honestly, it's becoming a daily struggle for him, and it's just no longer a win for our family. And it's one of those things where, if one of your kids just seems to just go through it so quickly and just with ease, and then the other one, and so then he starts putting himself down like I'm just not smart, just, which is that's not what we want. So instead of purchasing the Fix It Grammar, the next level for us to move into, I've decided to go back to the Good and the Beautiful. We did the Good and the Beautiful through most of elementary. I would say that, let's see, we've completed, this was our third Fix It Grammar. So I guess, and I kind of started late. So maybe 3-ish years we've been out of the Good and the Beautiful. So anyway, we're back to it. And they are very different curriculums. So with the Good and the Beautiful, you get your grammar, you have your literature component to it, it has geography, it has art studies, poetry studies. Gosh, it is, I've always really liked that curriculum, but it got to where my kids, I guess being boys, they were just kind of like, oh, not that, or, not really wanting to do the little, where they want you to draw a picture or the art component, which one of my boys is very artsy, but I don't know. He was just, I guess, one to get done. I really have always liked it, but the point of me telling you was, I remember before we went to Fix It Grammar, my youngest boy was sitting there and he's just like, Mom, I just really don't like this. It's just too good and it's too beautiful. And it was so funny to me. It was just too good and too beautiful for him. So, I mean, he was quite younger, but it was just, that will always stick out to me. And so, um, what I've done is I decided to purchase level 7 for the Good and the Beautiful instead of moving on with the Fix It Grammar next level. So in doing this, I really am not going to need the generations that I'm using, which we did generations last year and then this year. I like it. I like the majority of the book choices. We've really enjoyed that. But it's overkill to do both. And so I'm saving it. And if anything, we have the books to read. And so it's not like it's a total waste. And we can still read those books. But I thought with level 7, that would be kind of a good place. For one, they don't have a level 8 actual curriculum, it's more of book studies. I could be saying that wrong, but if I remember correctly. And when I was looking at it, it was the same thing. So it goes from level 7 to 9 or ninth grade. So I think that's just a good place anyway for us. So we're kind of getting back into that. I think it's going well in that both of the boys are feeling confident when we do it. they have kind of already stated that, gosh, this is such a long curriculum. Like each lesson is so long. It's not really. I think what it is for them is when you had grammar and then you had literature separate and then spelling and with everything separate, it seems shorter, but then you combine it all, you know. So I think that that's kind of where they're going with that. But I would just say, that with the good and the beautiful also, I think that they're more advanced, and I've read others say that as well. So if it's something that you're looking into, and it's what I like, I definitely checked out their assessment because I wanted to be sure to get the right level for each of my kids. And luckily, I feel like that is the best one for both of my boys. And I say luckily because it'll just be easier for me to kind of help them. And it is an open and go curriculum, but I am excited that they're doing the same level. Back to Fix It Grammar. I really loved Fix It Grammar for the last 3 years, almost three. And I like that it's a story, and basically you are correcting the story. So you're doing a couple sentences. I think when it starts out, when you're younger, you do like one sentence, and then it gets to where it's more, and basically you're correcting them, and then you rewrite the sentence, and there's a vocabulary word with each one, and it's a fairly quick curriculum or daily task. And so, one of my boys just was doing great with it. And with my other one getting so frustrated every day, I just felt like, it's okay to change things up. And while, you loved it and what a blessing, it was a good 3 years. And we may even go back to it because we just, up until now, I felt like it just works so well. I toyed with letting them do separate curriculums, keeping one boy in that and then one switching. But like I said, it's just easier to kind of all do the same. And so that's what we've done. I honestly have nothing bad to say about Fix It Grammar. So I just feel like that it was just time to kind of change things up. And like I said, who knows what the future holds? I said I would never switch from it. So you just never know. But for now, my goal is for the boys to just keep learning and, want their confidence to grow. I do love that the Good and the Beautiful has the geography with it. And I just going through it again, I just remembered that I really, really liked it when we used it. So it's kind of been a nice change, just in it fresh, I guess. We are going to stick with our IEW Phonetic Zoo for our spelling. That's not going to go anywhere right now. And that's still been really good for the boys. And the other thing is the structure and style, which is their writing program. We are going to continue that. What I'm going to do is just continue on, but maybe do it less often. One of my favorite things about homeschool is that we can shift our plans if something isn't working. We can meet our kids where they're at, even if that means letting go of a curriculum that, I thought we would just use through high school. But just for now, it's just not the best thing for our family. One of my favorite things about homeschooling is that you can shift your plans. If something isn't working, you can change it. With homeschooling, also, you're able to meet your kids where they're at. And even if that means letting go of a curriculum that you loved or that thought that you would use for the rest of our homeschooling. So far, this switch to the Good and the Beautiful has been good. And so I plan on maybe giving an update, like making a progress video, maybe after Christmas or something, maybe new into the new year, maybe early into the new year, just to kind of tell y'all how it's going. And so um, I hope that you all are doing well. Um, my husband and I just got back from a cruise, and it was the first time for us to leave our kids. And it was fun. It was easier than I thought it would be. And they had their aunt come and stay with them and stay with my grandmother, and so they had a good time, and we did too. And so um, yeah, we're just kind of getting back into the swing of a regular homeschool this week, and then you have Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas, and um, so anyways, I just hope that y'all are all doing well. And I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. That would really help me a lot. I would appreciate it. And I hope that you are having a really great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.